Hello, Internet! Shelf is here, and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. Today, I'm bringing you a game that was sent to me by a user off of the Hearthstone subreddit called ManaJunkie. He sent me one of his matchups between his Hunter deck and a Warlock deck he encountered on the ladder. So let's check it out. It is Rexxar versus Gul'dan, and Rexxar, playing the part of ManaJunkie Tunac, will be representing the Warlock. So the Houndmaster is going to be dumped out because that is a 4-drop card, and he gets a Timberwolf in its place. So that's a pretty solid replacement, I must say. Nothing at all wrong with that. So a lot of good choices here. That Scavenging Hyena can be pretty useful, especially pairing up with that Snake Trap. You can buff it up pretty significantly by just sacrificing those 3/1/1 snakes if it gets to that point. If you're able to, of course. So it's all a matter of proper timing. But the Warlock comes out first with Voidwalker, which is a dang strong 1-drop card for the Warlock player with 3 health and taunt. Makes it a pain to deal with this early in the game, let me tell you. So, ManaJunkie will set the Snake Trap as the secret to start. Now that's not going to be in any real use until he throws a minion out there as well, because that Snake Trap will only trigger when the minion is directly attacked. His minion, mind you. Obviously. Wouldn't make any sense to trigger it for any other minion, right? Anyway. Alright, Warlock player throws out the Pint-Sized Summoner, which is a very high priority target for any player, and it's a good thing he has that Warlock out, or that Voidwalker out there, because it's going to keep the attention off the Summoner, because for as long as that Summoner is out there, he's basically going to have free reign to throw out whatever he wants and get almost free minions every time. So, Starving Buzzard hits the field. And that, every time another card is played, will get him another card. So that will be handy, but let's see how it goes. Alright, well that effect will be silenced by that Ironbeak Owl, which he got, again, for free, thanks to that Pint-Sized Summoner.
I will enjoy watching you die.
And he plays the Felguard. Now, the Felguard is another good example of a minion in the Warlock's deck that costs a great deal. Now, a Warlock player has to treat pretty much everything they have as a resource for a lot of their cards. You've got a lot of cards in their hand. Warlock players have a lot of cards that are going to cost them health, that are going to cost them actual mana crystals, like that Felguard, that are going to cost them cards, like a Succubus. So they have to sacrifice a little bit of everything when they play some of their cards, but they're pretty strong cards in that case. So he's going to send Kill Command on that Felguard to finish it right off. Very smart move, but he can't take out that Pint-Sized Summoner despite his best efforts, so he is going to he's going to put Hunter's Mark on the Voidwalker to neutralize that threat and take it out with the Buzzard. So now the Pint-Sized Summoner is exposed, unless another taunt minion can come out into play. Still quite a few options for the Hunter player. It's not really in a bad way yet. He's going to throw Demon Fire to clear off the Buzzard, however, and play Flame Whip. There's another example right there. Costs 2 damage to play that card. But, you know, it's a 1-drop. That's 3/2. So, worth it? Can be. That's just something a Warlock has to deal with. Alright, so, gonna drop that Iron Fur Grizzly, and throw out the Timberwolf to buff it up to 4/3. Obviously, the Timberwolf is a key staple card in almost any beast-heavy Hunter deck because of its passive 1/1, or 1+1 attack. Not 1/1, just 1. Just 1/1. I mean, only 1. Not a 1 and a 1, but 1/1. Never mind. Point being... Alright, he's going to cast Sense Demons. Pulls a couple demons out into his hand. I don't know if he's going to get a Voidwalker, possibly a Succubus in there. Probably doesn't really want to play anything like a Felguard, but he's going to get a free Succubus, so that's going to cost him the Flame Imp that he gets. So that's not too bad. But again, you know, I talk about it so much. Cards are currency, and there we go. So the attack on the Iron Fur Grizzly is going to trigger the Snake Trap. So next turn, he's going to want to get that Scavenging Hyena out there. And thanks to the Timberwolf, they are now 2/1 snakes. which makes them pretty strong. But I'm going to assume that, yeah, he's going to take that Timberwolf out. But he's going to use... Yeah, I should use a Pint-Sized Summoner. That's what I was going to say. He knows he's going to have to probably sacrifice it this next turn, but... Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so here we go. So now... Logic would dictate, yeah, he's going to play that Scavenging Hyena, and he's just probably going to sacrifice those snakes right on the other minions that are out there. Because every minion he sacrifices, as you can see, is just buffing that Scavenging Hyena up higher and higher and higher. And he doesn't really care that it didn't kill the Succubus, because now look at what he's got. And he still has that Houndmaster out there in his hand. So next turn, he can throw that Houndmaster out and really inflict some pain. Alright, Warlock player life taps is going to be drawing another card. Probably just going to bypass and tag the hero with that Succubus if he does anything with it, yeah. Don't bother that Hyena. Nice Hyena. Yes, nice. Good Hyena. Well, except for now, because now it's going to get buffed up yet again, and it's going to get taunt. So now it is truly a force to be reckoned with. And the Warlock player is in a very tight bind. He's going to have to handle that Scavenging Hyena on this next turn in some way. Or he is really hosed. Oh, Black Knight. That is a powerful legendary card and a great way to handle that. Because that kind of comes back to that Hyena could have been more deadly if it didn't get taunt buffed. So it all kind of balances out, you know? It just so happened that that buff that gave it 2-1 also gave it taunt, and that taunt gave him the advantage. Alright, so he plays Animal Companion and gets Misha. Misha is an excellent Animal Companion, probably my favorite of that particular card because it's the taunt minion, and it's 4/4. So it's pretty cheap if you get that one, and the other ones aren't bad either, but I'm a big fan of taunt decks, and I know probably anybody who's played in the beta or played on Cockatrice or anything like that probably hates taunt decks because they're just, you know, incredibly annoying. But burns a couple spells to take out the Ironfur Grizzly, and we'll attack with that Black Knight. But at this point, yeah, he can play all three of those cards. I mean, there's nothing to silence, so... Let's see what he's going to do here. I think he's just going to play all three of them. Drop the silence on the other minion just because, you know, I mean, there's nothing to silence on a Black Knight, but might as well. And he'll give him charge and +1, so... Alright. At this point, the Warlock player is kind of hosed. He's going to have to do something to recover at least 1 point of health. If he doesn't have it, then he's done, because all the Hunter player has to do is pop his hero power. And that's it. Game over.
Well...
And I think he knows it. Tunac has realized what's going on, and he's going to just throw it on Hellfire as a way of saying, I'm killing your minions and ending this on my own terms. Better than, I guess, playing the, just letting your opponent win or conceding. But there you go. Great game. ManaJunkie, congratulations on the win. So we will cast more of his games and more of other games that I've been being sent, because it's awesome and I love getting all these games. Of course, if you are in the beta and you want to send me games, I not only have a video on this channel of how you can record games, and they produce kind of small files, but you can email me at shoutstone@gkick.net, and you can find a way to send them to me. I can take them, if you put them on YouTube as unlisted videos, I can download them off of YouTube. If you send them to me directly in some way, upload them to a file sharing site, whatever it may be. We have a bunch of options. We'll find a way to make it happen. But that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Now, don't forget, you can subscribe and catch more videos every single day. You can like this video and leave a comment. I always appreciate that. And you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description below, so thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you all next time.